Well, hi everybody, and good Tuesday morning to meteorologist Travis Klineski here as we start off another blustery day on the way. In fact, you probably already noticed those winds are still fairly strong out there even this morning, and the winds will stay strong throughout the entire day today. Maybe not quite as bad as yesterday. The general trend is for the strongest winds to be in the eastern part of the state and the slightly lighter winds out west, although not light, but lighter out towards the west. Otherwise, I do expect more sun today. That said, we still may sneak in a few clouds, especially as you get towards eastern Nebraska, but I think generally more sunshine is going to be seen today compared to yesterday, and temperature-wise, not too far off from what you would expect for this time of the year. Temperatures average out in the lower 60s here in the Tri-Cities, Lincoln, and we'll be probably maybe just a couple of degrees below that later on today. Heading into tonight, we'll drop back pretty quickly in the evening hours with clear skies, and the winds will die back very quickly after sunset as well. But later in the night, the winds turn more westerly, and if they can pick up a little bit, we may actually see temperatures climb a few degrees after midnight tonight. So tomorrow morning we may actually be warmer than, say, around midnight tonight, for instance. Now, as we get into your Wednesday, that west and southwest wind not nearly as strong tomorrow, 5 to 15 mile per hour winds. So that's the good news, is that not as much wind, and the nicest day of the week by far. Enjoy it because it is short-lived. We're talking highs into the 70s, lots of sunshine. You can kind of see maybe on the corner of your screen up in Montana there, some clouds. That's the beginning of a cold front that will be racing southeastward late Wednesday night into Thursday morning. It will pass through the area. That change brings big changes on the way, including the coldest air of the season and more strong winds. And speaking of winds, another wind advisory in effect for parts of eastern Nebraska today until 4 o'clock this afternoon. And these are areas that could see those wind gusts over 40 miles per hour. Even though we'll see fairly strong winds again farther west, the other offices again do not issue out wind advisories like the Omaha Weather Service still does. We've also got a red flag warning in place across to the southwest of the Tri-Cities there in those pink shaded areas for this afternoon, early this evening. That's where the fire danger will be high once again due to the strong winds and that low relative humidity. And again, very little in way of precipitation to talk about. Any windy days are going to be met with likely fire danger out there. Mid and upper 50s for highs up north. Those winds, again, a little bit lighter than yesterday. Again, generally a little lighter yet out towards the west. Lower 60s for highs. Plenty of sunshine. To the south, we're looking at temperatures in the mid or upper 50s and lower 60s for this afternoon. And out towards the east, we'll mostly top out in the mid to upper 50s. And again, the winds will be a little stronger the farther east that you push. And we may sneak in a couple of clouds out there to the east as well. Next 7 days, tomorrow, again, the best day by far. That front comes through late Wednesday night after midnight or early on Thursday morning. Behind that front, we'll pick up some clouds, but the bigger story will be the return of the strong north and northwest winds, 20, 30, 35 miles per hour gusts, 40 to 45 miles per hour. The high may actually be in the morning hours. We may see that high mid-upper 50s, lower 60s, and then temperatures drop off or stay fairly steady later in the day. Down into the upper 20s on Thursday night, Friday morning. The winds will actually stay a little breezy Thursday night into Friday morning. And then look at highs on Friday, only lower 40s. And in fact, there are some signs that we may only see upper 30s in some spots for Friday's highs. I will also mention for Thursday night, Friday, some of you have commented on Facebook about this, the rumors of potential snow for that time frame. Right now, the chances of snow in central and western Nebraska are pretty much zip. There's one model that sneaks some flurries into the Tri-Cities, but most of them have the precipitation. In fact, the majority of models have that precipitation well to the northeast. We're talking several hundred miles to the northeast up in the Great Lakes region. I am going to mention maybe a small chance of some flurries in eastern Nebraska. I'm talking like Lincoln, those locations out there for late Thursday night into Friday. But that chance even is fairly small. But we may see some additional clouds still kind of hang around. Friday night, the winds will be lighter, and that will be the coldest night of the season so far. We're talking lows in the lower 20s by Saturday morning. Definitely want to have your sprinklers turned off and maybe drain the systems out. By Saturday, high around 50, back into the mid-50s Sunday, Monday, although there are still some model discrepancies with how warm or cool it will be for early next week. But we will maintain a dry forecast all the way through the next 7 days. So yeah, it's coming, but that's just what you expect as you get into this time of the year, that cold air later on this week. So there's your forecast for today. Until next time, I'm meteorologist Travis Klineski. Hope you all have a great Tuesday, and God bless.